Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Milan of Fly and Flourishing. I am a Reiki Grandmaster practitioner and I send energy healing to people to support their wellness and their well-being. So Fly and Flourishing is all about creating energy healing experiences that help us be the flyest expression of ourselves and to see us flourishing. So today's video is going to talk about, the previous two videos that I did, the first video I did on this channel was an introduction to Reiki for anybody who is new to it and is not sure what it is. Maybe you've heard about it a lot. So that video is a breakdown of what Reiki is and just to learn more about it. So you can always check that one out. The second video that I did talked about five or six, I think it was six things that you might experience during your first Reiki session. So that's a helpful video for a lot of people who are new to Reiki because they want to know how are they going to feel. Obviously everybody is different, but those are common ones that a lot of people feel, so you can check out that video. Today's video is going to talk about 5 things. I'm sorry if I'm looking down. I have notes to keep me on task here and make sure this video doesn't get too long because I like to ramble. So this video is going to talk about 5 things that you may feel after a Reiki session. This could be after your first Reiki session or after a session in general, because every time we receive Reiki, it's a different experience every time because we're going through different things at different times. Our energy is in different places at different times. So these are some common ones that if you experience them, all is good. If there is something on this list that I go through that is you don't feel, or you feel something else that is not included on this list, there's nothing wrong with you. Everybody is unique in how they respond to Reiki. These are just some of the common ones that most people feel. So let's get into it. First one is the most common one and the most universal one is you may feel very relaxed, which is good. That is the intention of Reiki, is to support our wellness and our well-being and to encourage stress relief and relaxation. So the most common thing that clients say to me after a session is that they feel very relaxed and they feel very calm and they feel very at peace immediately after a session. So that's a great thing because that means you were willing to receive the energy healing and you allowed it to clear out some things so that you could feel some more peace. One of the other things that you can experience, number 2, is vivid dreams or lucid dreaming. So a lot of times after a session, I will tell clients that they may have dreams. Some people are prophetic dreams. Other people, it's just dreaming in general because we're always dreaming, but we don't always remember our dreams. So sometimes after sessions, you will actually remember them. And I always encourage people, if they can, to keep a notebook and a pen near their bed, or just at least a piece of paper and a pen, in case they want to recall them and look at them later and see if there's any symbolism in them. So lucid dreaming is a lot of fun because for those people who don't know what that is, lucid dreaming means that you know that you are dreaming. And so you just do whatever you want to do. Lucid dreaming is a lot of fun because in my lucid dreams, I fly, I jump off of cliffs because I know I'm dreaming and I can do whatever I want to do. So that's a really cool aspect. Number 3 is improved sleep. So oftentimes, actually during a session, people will fall asleep during the session, which is natural and normal. And a lot of people feel that after a session, it helps them really sleep well that night or, the next few following nights after a session, which is good because when we have improved sleep and better quality sleep, when we're awake, we're in a better state. We're often more patient. We're just more content and more at peace because we're not tired and restless. Number 4 is that you may feel emotional. So Reiki, what it does is it brings a lot of different things that we're dealing with emotionally to the surface so that they can be cleared away. So let's say, for example, we're suppressing anger or resentment towards something. A Reiki session might stir that up and bring it up to help us heal from it and let it go, because those types of feelings don't serve us when we're holding on to them. So Reiki helps us to release them. So you may find that you're emotional, that different emotions might come up, but I would say don't judge them and more so observe them and just allow them to bubble up and be cleared away. It's like a pot of boiling, pasta or something like that, and the water bubbles up and there's like a foam, and you just clear it off and it goes back down. It's similar to that. So some people get emotional, they get in their emotions, rather it's extreme happiness, perhaps some sadness, or sometimes just stoicism. But whatever the case may be, this is a natural thing that some people experience after a session, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, again, helping you to heal and move forward and release stagnant energy and feelings that no longer serve you anymore. So just ride the wave. If you're a journaler, I always recommend people to write out what they're feeling, and then, a week later go back and read it and, reflect. And number 5, a common thing, some people don't feel anything. I know most people don't want to hear that, but it is common sometimes that you don't feel anything. That's still okay. It does not mean that the Reiki wasn't sent to you, and it does not mean that it didn't help your healing in one way or the other. Sometimes also when you don't feel anything, it also can be an indicator that you might want to go back for another session or two to continue working on something. So it could be that that's just how you responded to the session that day, or it could mean that you might want to work a little bit more. Depending on what you're looking to heal, you will need more than one Reiki session to do that. So those are the top five feelings that you may have after a Reiki session. And a bonus one, number 6, that you may feel is an immense amount of clarity, which can also be linked to number 1 of feeling more relaxed. But many people say after a session they feel like they have more clarity. They're more clear about, a situation or whatever may have been troubling them. They have a clearer mind about it. So perhaps they can look at it from a different perspective, from a place of less fear or anger or whatever, and they can proceed in a more peaceful way that serves their highest good. So, with all these benefits, sounds pretty good to me, right? So if you guys have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. You can also email me at flyandflourishing@gmail.com. And signing off.